Hey guys, this is Awake and Alive. Welcome to today's episode. Thank you so much for joining me. Before I jump into anything, I just want to make sure that I give Jesus all the glory and honor for everything that he's done with this channel and everything he's going to continue to do with it. I give him all the praise and the glory, for he is the only one that deserves it. So Father Jesus, I thank you. Amen and amen to the King of Kings. Okay guys, so we are about to jump into today's episode, and I got to tell you, what I'm about to read to you is literally going to make you mad and make your blood boil, because I tell you, when I was doing some research over the weekend, I cannot believe it, and I can't even fathom what I'm about to read to you. But let's jump right into it, and let's try to get through this together. But I'm going to tell you that if this doesn't make you angry, if this doesn't make you, feel sick to your stomach, I don't know what else will. So trust me when I tell you that this right here is unbelievable. It made me so mad that I literally had to wait a few days before I even thought about making this video to try to calm myself down. But let's jump into it. Let's try to get through this together, and let's understand that these sick and evil people are trying to, to do these things to children. It's unbelievable. Alright guys, let's jump into today's video. Alright guys, so the title of the article that I'm reading from says this. It says, Democrats propose gender identity education for children as young as 5 in New York City. And it says here, comprehensive sex education and gender identity, education is in store for 5-year-olds in New York if the new bill in the state Senate is passed. Yeah, okay. Let's just let that sink in for a minute. So they are pushing gender identity education for children as young as 5 years old in New York City. Are you kidding me? And comprehensive sex education for 5-year-olds as well? A 5-year-old doesn't need to know about sex. They don't even understand what's remotely going on, let alone teaching them about it. I mean, are you serious right now? We're teaching children as young as 5 years old about sex now. Yes, because let me make it clear to you that these sick monsters are trying to sexualize children. They are trying to make, the age limit drop. They are trying to normalize this. They're trying to normalize sexualizing kids, because that is their mission. That is their job. That is what they intend to do. They're trying to push their sick and evil things upon us, and upon these children, to normalize it, so that when it actually does happen, when it actually does occur, people are just so normalized and desensitized to it that it honestly is not going to matter to them. That is the sick purpose of these people, and they're trying to bring their sick things from the darkness into the light, and bring it in amongst us in the world, which is just sick, ridiculous, and unhumane. These people need to be, thrown in jail. They need to be thrown in cages, for all I know, because I'm telling you, with these sick things that they're trying to do to these children makes me angry. But let me continue with the article before I get more angry, because I'm telling you, this article only gets worse, because it's just disgusting. Let me continue. And it says here, State Senator Samara G. Brock, a Democrat from Rochester, who's sponsoring the bill, intends to tie the state's health curriculum to standards created by the left-wing interest group called Sexuality Information and Education Council of the United States, which is I'm not sure how to put it all together, but it's the SIESUS. It is advocating for sex ed for social change, reports the New York Post. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness, okay. Let us continue. It says, under the proposed standards, public as well as charter schools are mandated to teach 5-year-olds about gender identity, and even instruct children as young as 8 on hormone blockers and their use in gender reassignment surgery for transgender identifying preteens. Yes, you heard me right, folks. I'm going to put pictures of the article in the video so that you can read this garbage for yourself. But it only gets worse. Here we go. Let me get to this point. Oh my goodness, this makes me so mad. It says, per the Post, kids as young as one, you understand, 1 will be given lectures on vaginal, oral, and anal sex. and made to study queer, two-spirt, asexual, and pansexual, and other gender identities identified by the standards. They will be given explicit instruction on how to use sex aids like condoms and or dental dams. Are you serious? They're going to teach children as young as 1 year old about vaginal, oral, and anal sex, and explicit instructions on how to use condoms and dental dams. What? Children as young as 1 year old, guys. Let that sink in for a minute. Let that sick nastiness sink in for a minute. They're going to teach our children that New York City is trying to push this. That they are trying to push this as a bill to have sex education for our children as young as 1 up to 8. Now, I can understand them having it for our high schoolers and maybe even middle schoolers, but our elementary kids all the way from 1 year old all the way up to 8 years old, they don't need to know this. This should have nothing to do with that age group. This is unbelievable. I can't even fathom this. This is so disgusting. But let me continue because it's just, I can't even believe this. I can't even fathom this. This makes me nauseous. I have a daughter. I have a 7.5-year-old daughter, and I'm telling you, somebody tried to tell me that they're going to teach my 7.5-year-old this kind of garbage at that age. They got another thing coming. They better get prepared to have a wrath from me. And anybody else for that matter, because I'm telling you, there needs to be pushback. And I'm telling you, this is sick, twisted, and it's unbelievable, guys. But let me continue. I'm sorry, I got off on a little bit of a rant there because this is nasty. This ticks me off to no end. All right, let me continue. I apologize, guys, but it says here, speaking to the Post, Brock expressed her concerns over the endurance of relationship violence, sexual harassment, and assault and online bullying. We must equip the next generation with the skills and education they will need to thrive, she said. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what you're trying to do. And it says here, the proposal has faced pushback from Republicans, including Assemblyman Michael Riley, a member of the state's education committee, who urges that the state would be outsourcing its curriculum to this left-wing organization tasked with creating the standards. Now, of course, they're going to claim that there are people in the other side that are having pushback, that are, going to say, you know what, maybe this isn't such a good idea. This isn't such a good idea. But I'm here to tell you that the Republicans and the Democrats are all embedded together. They're all on the same side. They just have to put on a good show. Because let me tell you something, the politicians, the people that are in power, politics, they are better actors than most actors in movies and on TV. And I'm here to tell you why. Because they have to be. Because being a politician or being anything involved, and you have to be in the public eyes, quote unquote, wink wink, as far as being a politician, it's like being in a live play or a live studio thing all the time. So they have to be good actors. They have to be good at lying and deceiving and manipulating the masses, because that is their job. That is exactly what they are, what their job is. So don't let that fool you that there are pushback from Republicans, because I'm here to tell you they're putting on a good show. Of course they want to pass this. All of them want this type of bullcrap to be passed. They want this to be passed. But I'm here to tell you that if this gets passed, this is an outrage. This is garbage. I cannot believe this. I can't even fathom that they're going to try to do this to our children. But I know that this is the sick crap that they do to our children. They are trying to sexualize our children. They are trying to push this stuff upon us. They are trying to do it to our children, and it's unfortunate. It is garbage. It is hogwash. And I can't even fathom them doing this to our children. I cannot believe this. This makes me so angry to no end that they would do this sick and twisted stuff to our children. But unfortunately, this is the bullcrap that they are trying to push. And this is what they're trying to desensitize us all to. This is what they are trying to, normalize. So that when this stuff actually does occur, that people are just going to be like, yeah, whatever. They talked about it for years and years and years, and now here it is. So whoop-de-freaking-do now. That's what a lot of people are going to say. That's what a lot of people are going to do. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And guys, I think I'm going to leave the video there. Because if I can't, I don't want to continue to say anything that might get me in trouble or, anything like that. But let it be known that this stuff makes me angry. Because I am a father. And this stuff is sickening that they are trying to do this to our children. Pray for our children. Pray that God will protect our children and keep them safe from monsters out there that are trying to push this and normalize this stuff upon our children. It's sick, it's evil, it's twisted, and it needs to be stopped. They need to be thrown in cages. They need to be thrown in jail, but unfortunately, they won't. It's unbelievable. Guys, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I highly recommend you hit the subscribe button, and hit the little bell to get notified every time that I do videos and new content, because I'm here to tell you this week there's going to be a lot of great content to come, so you're not going to want to miss any of it. So I highly recommend you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, get notified, because I promise you when I say this that I have a ton of content for you guys this week that is literally going to make you go, whoa. So trust me, if you want to hear it, you want to see it, I highly recommend you subscribe and hit the bell, get notified. Guys, I want to thank you so much for your patience. I took the weekend off because I had, my daughter, so I had some father-daughter time this weekend, so I appreciate every last one of you being patient, and just, I really appreciate every last one of you. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all the love and support. You guys are amazing. I appreciate every last one of you. Guys, you are so awesome. I thank every last one of you for being, as amazing that you are. So guys, once again, I just want to remind you, if you're not subscribed, I highly recommend you, that you do, because there is content to come, and I'm telling you when I say this, that is literally going to blow your mind with some of the content that I have for you this week. So if you want to see it, you want to hear it, I highly recommend you hit the subscribe button, get notified, because it's coming. Lord willing, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one. God bless you and your families.